Hey everybody, welcome to this week's video and blog. Now last week I sent out the 10 things that I quit that have made a huge difference in my life. And for the next few weeks I'm going to focus on bullet point number 1. I quit trying to change people and accepted that it was me that needed change. So it was evening around 9:30 p.m. or so, and I was in my bedroom watching TV, and a knock came on the door, and the door cracked, and I seen an eyeball, and it was my 17-year-old son, Kyle Jr. He said, "Hey, Dad, can I talk to you?" And I said, "Sure, son, come on in." And I sat up on the bed and signaled for him to have a seat at on the bed there. And at first, I thought he must want money. I mean, how often does a 17-year-old come into mom and dad's room? So I figured he was going to ask for some money, but I quickly knew that this was different than just asking for money. Kyle was very nervous. He started fumbling his words, and he said, Dad, I need to talk to you about Dad." And after a little bit of that, I finally just looked at him and said, "Son, spit it out." And he just blurted out, "Andrea's pregnant." And I remember my first thought was, what you say next really matters. So I asked him a question. I said, "How do you feel about that, son?" And he said, "Well, Dad, I'm scared." And I said, "I understand." You see, Kyle knew that when we were 15, me and Chris got pregnant, and we had to tell our parents, and he knew that story. So when I said I understand, he knew that I truly did. Next, I asked him, "How else do you feel about that?" And he said, "Well, it sounds kind of weird, Dad, but I'm a little excited too." And I said, "I understand that as well." So I paused a few seconds, and then I said, "So what are you going to do, Kyle?" And Kyle looked at me and said, "I'm going to ask you for a job, and I want to become a good dad like you." And I will cherish those words that Kyle said to me, because a few months later, Kyle Jr. was killed in a car accident. Kyle never did meet his daughter. I recently heard something through my studies for leadership, and it is that people are like fruit juice. If you squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. If you squeeze a lemon, you get lemon juice. When you squeeze a person, what's inside comes out. From my experience, I get squeezed in these kind of situations, the story I just told, situations in my everyday life. I want to say that my response to Kyle would have been different a few years earlier. So the question I wrote down was, what changed in me? When I got squeezed, what came out was what is inside of me. So I'm a guy that likes, I'm going to say, practical application. I like things I can learn and implement in my life to make quick adjustments, because after all, the things I need to change for me are normally hard. I've been doing me for a long time. I hope this story of what you say next really matters makes a difference in your life, and that one day you might have a story titled, "What I Said Next Really Made a Difference." I hope you'll consider visiting again next week when I share about the 3 P's, a powerful tool that my mentor gave me that helped me learn how to change how I was inside, so that when I did get squeezed, what came out was a little better. God bless you guys, and go out this week and make it a change week. See you next time.